What is up, people? Skywalker Hendrix here with another video for you guys today. I am going to take a look at some Black Series figures and just determine my personal top 10 Black Series figures of all time. It will be based on just the figures I own personally. So unfortunately, Captain Rex will not be on the list because I personally do not own him yet. Hopefully I will get him. And this is as of May the 4th. So, of course, all the Clone Wars figures that are just got announced, the Bad Batch figures that just got announced, will not be on this list either. So, with no further ado, let's look at the top 10 Black Series figures of all time. Alright, and I'm going to start off with some honorable mentions. First up for the honorable mention is Commander Wolf, of course. Just personally really love this figure. He's just amazing, in my opinion. Super dope to get him in the collection. Go pick him up at your local GameStop. They have been having him lately, so let's look at another honorable mention. Our second honorable mention is the Scout Trooper, of course. This is just an amazing figure, which goes to show you that there's just some amazing figures on this list, so he unfortunately is an honorable mention. Alright, and just to speed some things up, here are two more honorable mentions, Ahsoka and Cad Bane. These are great figures, of course, but they just didn't crack the top 10 for me. So, with the last honorable mention, we, of course, have the Gamorrean Guard. Just looking absolutely amazing. Love this figure so much. So, with no further ado, let's take a look at my top 10 Black Series figures of all time. Alright, and in the number 10 spot, I got Luke Skywalker from the Dagobah 2-pack. Obviously, it does come with Yoda, but this is just my number 10 figure in the number 10 spot on my list. So, I had to do it. I had to get a Luke on the list, so he is number 10. Love this look for him. One of my favorites of all time, obviously. Just essential for the shelf. This is, if I could only have 10 figures on my shelf, these would be the 10 figures. With a little bit of cheating in there, but I'll go into that more. So, I count this just as one, Yoda's more of an accessory than an actual figure. But, I just love this figure. I think it is very dynamic. It comes with different hands, different heads for Yoda. Just super cool and grateful we got this in the Black Series. So, let's go look at number 9. In the 9th spot, we got the Hoth Rebel Trooper. This guy is just amazing. The customizable aspects to him is phenomenal. I have, I think, like 10 of these guys on my shelf as it is. So, just an essential figure. Super cool to have in the collection. Just super grateful to get this from Hasbro. I mean, the customizable aspects of it just knocks it way out of the park, and the articulation is very good. Just super happy with how this turned out. So not much more to it than that. It's just a great all-around figure. Just amazing. So let's look at number 8. In the number 8 spot, we got Count Dooku. Essential, great figure, butterfly joints on the Count. great soft goods, great lightsaber accessory, great articulation, great head sculpt. I mean, I can go on and on with this. Just so awesome it came in the Black Series when it did, because if we would have got this earlier, it would be kind of a not great figure. But now, with the effort they put into this, it is just an amazing figure. And you need to have the count on the shelf, if you got Anakin or Obi-Wan or, anything really. It's just a great overall figure to have on the shelf. So this is my number 8 spot. So let's look at number 7. Alright, and my pick for number 7 is Mace Windu. Amazing figure. Love just the articulation. The new mold for this Jedi body is absolutely amazing. I want the Plo Koon as well, because I know it utilizes the same body, which is amazing. The head sculpt is amazing. Just the feel of this figure in hand is amazing. Like, it's just such a great figure and representation of Samuel Jackson Mace Windu. The purple blade is very nice. And just all around a great figure, great mobility. Like, he's got good range on him, for being kind of the robes can be restricting in plastic form, so they just knocked it out of the park. So let's look at number 6. And for my number 6 spot, we got the Mandalorian. Amazing figure, great articulation, great accessories. I mean, if you get the Mando build-up pack with the pram and everything, just great accessories. This is just a outstanding figure in my opinion. Some people complain about the shape of the helmet, but I don't know. Looks good to me for what it is for $20, Just a great figure. Love to have this on the shelf. Can't wait till my Mando helmet gets here. It's just, love this show. I'm loving just all the shows that are coming out of this show. Like, it opened up a whole new world for Star Wars, especially Disney Star Wars. I think it gave them more of a kind of assurance that they could do something different and it could be really good. And then they kind of realized, oh, the Clone Wars, a lot of people really like the Clone Wars. I don't think they knew that for some reason, but it just allowed them, now we got the Bad Batch, which, shout out, happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you guys. The Bad Batch came out today, and that show just looks so good, and the story already has me drawn in. I just need to know what's going to happen. So, again, happy May the 4th, and May the 4th be with you. So, just super happy what The Mandalorian means to Star Wars, in my opinion. Just the kind of getting Disney to go with what the fans want, and kind of trusting more in Dave Filoni's side to what he thinks what way Star Wars should go in his mind. So this is my number 6 spot, and he well deserves it. So let's look at my 5th spot. And here we got the new Stormtrooper mold as the 5th spot. You can go clean or, the Remnant. I really dig the Remnant Trooper. The scuffing to him just looks amazing. And I know if you get multiple of them, they're all going to look the same. But it's kind of how the clone troopers look anyway. And I know it's like, oh, battle damage shouldn't all look the same, but if they're all wearing the same armor, wouldn't it wear away all in the same spots? I don't know. I'm just trying to justify it, but love that figure. Love both these figures. That's why I feel like it's kind of cheating, because these are 2 figures, but the same mold. So I just put the mold for my number 5 spot. The Incinerated Trooper, which I have on my shelf over there. He could go in this spot too, I guess. I do really like him, but I would pick these guys first, or I just either or, like, I couldn't pick between these two. I'd probably have to go with the Remnant. I don't know why, it just does something for me. To go on my shelf if I had to, of course, just have 10 figures on my shelf. But this is my number 5 spot. Love this new articulation in the Stormtrooper, just the more human proportions to him. And don't get me wrong, the old Stormtrooper mold is amazing, very amazing, pretty much more articulation than this, but it just really, these guys just really look good and feel good. Like, it just feels like a little guy in a suit. So that is my number 5 pick. Let's take a look at number 4. All right, and this might be a controversial pick for the number 4 spot. May the 4th be with you guys, as this is a shout out to the Bad Batch, a Bad Batch character. He is not a clone trooper. He is a enlisted soldier in Phase 2 clone trooper armor. But in my head, he's just a blacked out clone trooper. I mean, if they had this armor, they should have some battalion had to have worn it during the Clone Wars, in my opinion. Unless more episodes of the Bad Batch will say otherwise. But love this guy. The green visor is just amazing. Oh, it just kills it. And the way the light reflects off this guy. So for these top 5, really, they could all be interchangeable. Like, this could be my number 1 and vice versa, They could all interchange, but yeah, he doesn't like to hold the gun too well. But, man, this guy just looks so good, in my opinion. And the upper body being the new clone mold, which I love, despite these bands. They kind of get a little mangled up, but with these old legs, I love the old legs. So the mishmash just goes so good together, in my opinion. And the new upper body is just amazing with the butterfly joints. And this helmet, just crispy clean. I mean, as you can see, this is the first figure I'm like touching and stuff in this list. I just love this figure so much. I'm kind of a prequel baby because I grew up watching the prequels. Well, I grew up watching the original trilogy and the prequels, but like, the prequels were my jam when I was a kid, And the original trilogy was my jam too, but like, any clone action figure that came out when I was a kid had to have it. Like, this Phase 2 Clone Trooper is almost more nostalgic for me as the Stormtrooper armor, or the Stormtrooper helmet. So, like, it is what it is. I just love this look. It's an early version of a Stormtrooper. Something about it is just so clean looking to me, and I just love this action figure so much. I need more of them. So anyway, this is my number 4 spot. May the 4th be with you again. Won't say that enough times in this video. So as is May the 4th, happy Star Wars Day. We love Star Wars over here on the channel. Love Star Wars. I mean, it's my favorite. So again, May the 4th be with you. Happy Star Wars Day. Let's take a look at the top 3. All right, and this might be another hot pick, but I gotta do it. General Grievous. My General Grievous stands up great, so it's a great figure in my opinion. Amazing. The weathering on him just looks so good. And when I first got this figure, I could not stop just messing with him on my shelf. I had to, pose him around in all different ways, see which one I like the most. And of course, I hit that sweet spot with this one. But I could even pose it more. Like, I just kept finding myself walking to my shelf and grabbing this figure and messing around with him and all types of stuff. He just looks so amazing. He's so fun to mess around with. Just all around an amazing figure. Revenge of the Sith is one of the greatest movies in Star Wars, in my opinion. It was one of the first movies I seen in theaters. I was 5 years old. I had to go. Conned my parents into bringing me. I mean, they're kind of Star Wars fans. My dad is a Star Wars fan, so he was gonna go anyway. So it's like I was so excited to see how Anakin became Darth Vader, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I couldn't wait to see what was gonna happen with them. Like, it just so nostalgic for me. As it is, I feel like that's how original trilogy kids feel. Like going to the theaters to see Empire Strikes Back or even the first Star Wars. Like, anticipating those movies coming out was just such a great thing as a kid, and being satisfied walking out of the theaters. Sequel trilogy. Um, I just the sequel trilogy. I every movie I felt bummed out walking out of the theaters and being like, that was not Star Wars. And anyway, I'm not even gonna get into that. But going to these movies and just walking out of the theater and being like, oh my gosh, like I need to know everything about that movie. So I got all the dictionaries, looking at parts of Grievous, in the dictionary, looking at his organs and stuff. It just was my crap as a kid. It was my thing as a kid. I just couldn't get enough Star Wars information. I'm still that way, but as a kid I was just it was all new. The Revenge of the Sith was brand new when I was a kid. So like just that era is just I loved it. I loved it. So it's mainly how I am like I am today. Big Star Wars nerd, but it's gotta happen. I mean, Star Wars is amazing. So, with no further ado, let's look at my top 2 figures. Alright, and here is my top 2 figures. These could be interchangeable. It doesn't matter which one's 1 or 2. The 2 best figures in the Black Series of all time, in my opinion. I'm sad I don't have Captain Rex because I know he'd be on this list. Captain Rex. But unfortunately he is not. So we gotta go with Boba. And we gotta go with the one and only Darth Vader. Greatest villain in cinema history. You gotta do it. Probably the coolest character in cinema history with Boba Fett. Like, just badass characters in cinema history. Characters that you just need to know more about. You need representation of them in plastic form. They're just too good. These figures are so good. So good. The Boba Fett is just, they killed it. I know the head sculpt is not, the helmet is not that great, and I still need to work on mine a little bit. But this figure is it just hits the spot. Like, I don't know, it's just such a great figure. Just a great figure. The paint apps on it are just amazing. The articulation, the rubber overlay over the top, just it hits the sweet spot for me. And the helmet on mine is pretty good. I just need to widen the sides a little bit, but it looks pretty good for the most part. And you hit different angles on this helmet, and like different scratch marks like show up. It's just crazy. They just did something crazy with this and hit it out of the park, in my opinion. Great figure. Love Boba Fett. I mean, these are probably my 2 favorite characters in Star Wars as it is. So, I mean, Anakin Skywalker is probably one of my favorites, but this is Anakin Skywalker technically. So, Darth Vader, they really, just hit it out of the park with this figure. I mean, it it's got, I'm pretty sure he's got butterfly joints in there. Like, they really outdid themselves. And you think, oh, this is just a reissue of the 40th, but with the cloth underneath. No, it's pretty much a new figure. I mean, this is like the holy grail, I feel like, of Vaders. You're not gonna ever need another Vader on the shelf. I mean, this one will do you for the end of time. So these are my top 2 Black Series figures of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. Again, it is May the 4th, Star Wars Day. So, again, for, I don't know how many times I've said this, but May the 4th be with you guys. If I've said that too many times today, leave a like and subscribe if you are new. Just love making videos for the Star Wars community. Star Wars is just a big part of my life. I love it so much. So love making videos for you guys, for any of you guys that watch these. Super grateful. The Black Series community is amazing. Shout out Out of the Basement, Lukeness Monster, the Foosh, of course. Let's see, A Dude's Nerdery, Sean Solo 8. There's many more, but go watch those guys' videos. We all need to show some love in this Star Wars community, especially the Black Series community. And can't wait for the new figures to come out. I mean, they just released it was like some Admiral from the Bad Batch, and they got a Shock Trooper coming out on the new Clone Trooper mold. Can't wait for that. I was literally just yesterday, I was like, I think I'm gonna paint my Kamino Trooper into a Shock Trooper, because basically the same markings, just go over it in red. So I was gonna do that, and then they literally today released that they're gonna release a Shock Trooper. So I was like, bet. And the new Clone Wars wave, I mean, the Echo, the Anakin, the Obi-Wan, and the Hawk. Can't wait to get my hands on those and give you guys a video on those guys. I think we're in a golden age of Star Wars as it is, and Black Series. So, but just Star Wars in general, we're in a golden age. I feel like the Bad Batch was really good. For any of you guys that may have watched that today. But again, May the 4th be with you. So, again, if I have said that too many times, leave a like and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. May the 4th be with you.